tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namami buddhaṃ guṇasāgaram taṃ sattā sadā hantu sukhi avera. Kāyo niguñño sakalo dugandho gacchanti sabbe maranam hanchu. Namami dhammam sugatena desitam sattā sadā hantu sukhi avera. Kāyo niguñño sakalo dugandho gacchanti sabbe maranam hanchu. Namami sangham jinaraja savakam sattā sadā hantu sukhi avera. Kāyo niguñño sakalo dugandho gacchanti sabbe maranam. So dear Dhamma friends, we continue our breathing meditation technique. In the beginning, intensely calm down your body and calm down your breathing and calm down your mind. So have the effort inside you to practice, not to think. And with that intention, when you trying to calm down your body will listen to your mind. So always remember, it's kind of like when you trying to break a huge rock with hammer. If you hit only one time, maybe it's not going to break. And then again you come after 1 week and hit another hammer, then you go back. Then again you come and you hit another, then go back. You will never break it down. But if you keep hitting again and again and again, continue, there is a possibility it's going to break one day. Your mind also the same. If you keep focus, you're going to get that focus. That intention you have to have inside you. So, with that intention, try to calm down your body. Because you try to calm down your body, I know, but your intention is not that. Your intention is to find the comfort with the posture. No, your intention should be to get into the breathing, develop your consciousness, and calm down your mind, and calm down your breathing with the intention to increase your practice. Few minutes every day, try to do it yourself, and then naturally it's come to you when you sit for meditation. And then you come to the breathing. Tip of your nose and your upper lip area, you keep observe. And let the inhalation, exhalation happen itself. And when it happens, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. And when you recognize the inhalation, exhalation, observe the nature of the inhalation, observe the nature of the exhalation. And that is, if you do like that, your focus become more sharp and clear, and your understanding become more clear. And you're not going to miss inhalation or exhalation. Otherwise you keep missing because the mind go here and there maybe. So observe and have an intention to catch the nature of the inhalation, the nature of the exhalation. And then this is the beginning of the inhalation, this is the middle of the inhalation, this is the end of the inhalation. From beginning to end, observe. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Observe the exhalation. And then within this inhalation and exhalation, no relationship to you as self or me. So observe without the self. And this is not you, this is not I am, this is not I am. Let go the I am. So observe and try to be free from you. And then because you think that you observe, that is why all this pain, that is why all these disturbances come to you. And then you have what you like or what you don't like, these things, and you have follow the memory, this everything come to you, and there is a struggle. When you let go that you, and you surrender to the inhalation, exhalation, no struggle. And with that, observe that you will see that inhalation comes and exhalation goes without any attachment, any relationship. And it comes, it has necessary duties, and it nourishes your body and go away. So remind yourself, observe this nature. Don't think. Observe this nature and recognize it. It's selfless breathing. Breathing selfless. So when you observe that way, and you are not become self-centered, you slowly start to come out from that, and then your physical and mental form slowly start to release. Name and form start to release. And when it is not yours, and it is has a nature that not going to stay with you, and when it is not yours, and it always related with the nature, and that means it has a nature to change. That is why it is not yours. So observe that the changing nature in inhalation and exhalation. And with that, don't keep your mind to any idea that you carry from your life. And see how the inhalation exhalation becomes selfless. And slowly and gently apply and observe the same things to your thoughts. That is the moment that you're going to get this technique. Apply, you observe the nature of the inhalation exhalation and slowly apply it to the nature of your thoughts and see. When you see your thoughts, it's selfless. It arises, disappearing, arising, disappearing. Not the same thought going, arising, disappearing. And then when you come to that point, don't have any kind of reason for you to have inhalation or exhalation. So let go that whatever the life that you plan inside your mind, without anything, without existence that you believe that you're going to make it happen. Let the inhalation happen, let the exhalation happens, and contemplating the nirvana, end of the existence, inhalation happens and exhalation happens. That is the point, that is the peak that you're going to get. You exist, your inhalation exhalation happens, but mind doesn't have a desire, because mind get nourished from your inhalation exhalation to go with your desires. So don't have any kind of thoughts, don't make any kind of plans for your life. Just let it be, surrender to the moment and observe the selfless nature and let it happen. And observe the change and let it happen. And apply it to your thoughts and let it happen. And out of this all you get the wisdom, and with that wisdom just be in the moment, but let the inhalation exhalation happens. In case if there are any kind of thought arise, and gently, slowly, with the effort, let it go, bring your mind to the moment and stay with the inhalation and exhalation. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line and be comfortable yourself. And scan head to toes 3 times and say Supatveva or be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think, we gathered here in this evening to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. We also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this evening, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. And stay with the present moment, observing your inhalation and exhalation. Relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears, relax your nose, relax your upper lip, relax your lower lip, relax your chin, relax your whole face muscles, relax your teeth, relax your tongue, relax your mouth, relax your throat, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your elbows, relax your forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips, relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, and relax your whole abdominal organs. Relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and bring a pleasant smile to your face. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light Through entire this compound, this village, this city, this state, this country, this world, this universe. And as far as we can, through galaxies, other planets, the stars, reminding ourselves like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Bring the awareness to your body. Deeply and gently breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. And slowly focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And let the inhalation, exhalation itself, and don't personalize yourself. Just experience without name or without form. So in the beginning, calm down your body, mind and your breathing. Take few times yourself and then slowly go to your breathing. Recognize the nature of the inhalation, exhalation. Bring your maximum attention to the inhalation, exhalation. Focus your mind to inhalation, exhalation. Focus your mind, inhalation, exhalation. in the see the nature of inhalation, exhalation, and observe and recognize the selflessness in inhalation, exhalation. So dear Dhamma friends, the purpose of this Buddha's teaching is make you mindful. Because when you become mindful, you start to see things very clearly. When you see things very clearly, that will help you to recognize the reasons and the necessary conditions, things with that reasons, and it give you the knowledge. So otherwise, we struggling in life with the situation and thinking that situations make us happy or the situations can make us unhappy. We always have that struggle. And when the situation change, you have no choice. You keep responding to the situations. But once you recognize it is not the situations make you happy or unhappy, it is always your consciousness make you happy or unhappy. And that way, all the time, it helps you to be conscious. When you become conscious, you not make mistakes. And when you become conscious, your situations become more clear. So otherwise, when the situations become strong, then your consciousness, it very easily can break down your life. That is the thing. You have no power to control the situations. As example, you have you cannot do anything with these flowers. You cannot do anything to this nature. So, but the only thing is, if you try to struggle with these things, only thing is that you wasting your time. So the situations also the same. But most of time we think we can make the situation the way we want, and you struggling and try to find the happiness. But the thing is, when you are not conscious, there is no way you can go with the situation. So when you become conscious what is happening, when you become conscious, you get the strength to go with the situation. That is the important thing. You're not trying to struggle or you're not trying to change the situation. You have power to go with the situations. So that is the main purpose of the teachings. Make you more mindful person. And you have responsibility today. The main responsibility that you have in this human life, using this all the facilities and using this all the life, you have to become a mindful person. That is your duty. If you not become a mindful person, and it can make harm to yourself and it can make harm to others. So then your responsibilities, your duty is to become a mindful person. There are many ways. In life you hold the situation. You have a place in life. As a mother, as a father, as children, friends and families, the partners. So then, if you not become mindful who you are and make a mistake, what will happen? You going to give pain to others also. you know, and then your children get disturbed and they cannot maybe study, you know, and then your situation help them to become unhappy, unsuccessful. How many children blame to their parents, you know, when they get young? You know, oh, my parents, you know, not allow me to do this, and they had this kind of lifestyle, and that is why I became like this, you know. Now, so then remember, even when you drive, you know, very simple example to recognize this mechanism, how important. When you drive, if you're not mindful, if you make a mistake, you know, and you can kill a person, you know, and maybe that person you can, you know, make disable that person, you know, and then that person have family. Maybe he's the only one person take care, you know, everybody, you know, and then if you disturb to that, what will happen? So your unconsciousness, you know, create a situation and make others unhappy. So then always when you become conscious, it is just not only you. The other, everybody get the benefit from that. You know? And that is if you can do something for others with the love and with the compassion, with the good heart, you know, the best thing that you can do, what? You know, giving gift, you know, take them for a vacation, you know, and do these things. No. Be conscious yourself. Why? Because that is where you become successful person. That is where you not get disturbed. That is where you can provide, you know, becoming a good father, becoming a good mother, and becoming a good child, you know, becoming a good friend, you know, and even becoming a good citizen. So then you have to be, you know, very careful. That is your responsibility, being mindful. So work for that. Why the Buddha, his all the teachings, you know, and allow you to, you know, and try to make you mindful. And then you're not going to afraid for situation. It doesn't matter whatever the situations come, it is okay for you. Why? Because you have no power to change the situations. But you have tools to work with that. What is the best tool? Being mindful. When you are not mindful, you know, it doesn't matter even you become a president. You know, look nowadays. Huh? Even if you are become a president, if you are not mindful, what will happen? Yeah. You make mistakes. That mistake can affect, you know, for many. So then, remember and be very clear with this, you know. So at the same time, we are, you know, in a current. This life means we are in a current. There are 4 kind of rivers. There are 4 kind of currents take you. You know. So, and one is called Kama Chanda. You know. So the Kama Chanda means you are this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. It is kind of like a current. You know, your habits is kind of like a current, you know, and take you. And even you don't know where are you going. You know, where I take you, you don't know. You know. So, and you always like to see the beauty, and this is, you don't tell, okay, this is enough. I have seen many things. You know, I went through this whole experience. This is enough for me. And you close your eyes even just for half an hour. How many times sometimes you open your eyes? You know? So it's kind of like a current. You have no power. You cannot, you know, hold. And the ear always you want to listen something. you know. And the smell, you know, without a smell, you kind of like, you know, get depressed sometimes, people. And they're so attached to perfume sometimes. If you look very carefully, you know, see that when your nose going to be free, you know. Why? Because it always, you know, you need the perfume. You know? And when you use the perfume like that, you know, and you always need the smell to exist, what will happen? You know, and your consciousness get trapped, and you cannot be free from that. So it is a challenge, you know, and at least like in the ancient time, you know, and today it's see that today you cannot trust anybody, you know, and the news, the main thing, that is what we used to get the, you know, information that time. So today you cannot trust the news, you know, they don't tell the truth. And so that's why, and they build the news agencies, you know. And what happened? That news agencies also business people start to buy for money. And then another thing is doctors. Nowadays you cannot trust the doctors. They tell lies. Huh? They don't tell the truth to you. Huh? In the ancient time it say, you know, when our even, you know, I have seen our parents, you know, my mother, you know, when they go to sleep, they take out all the jewelries. With the jewelries, they don't go to sleep. You know, and no any kind of, even the only thing is they had, you know, the powder. You know, only thing they used to have, that is the only makeup they had. You know, a little bit, you know, the powder they put like this. That's it. And for everybody, you know, we go to school and they put little bit, you know, like that with the you know, everywhere white. You know, we go like that. So that is the only thing here, you know. And so always they teach us, you know, when we go to sleep, the first thing we do, you know, wash our feet. Without washing the feet, they are not allowed. Why? Because we go here and there and playing, you know, and mud and you know, the well, you know, everywhere we go, and you know, all the dirt. And sometimes we don't, you know, we don't like to, you know, get shower.
Yeah.
But you have to, you know, wash your feet when you go to sleep. You know. But today, when people go to sleep, it's kind of like they, you know, they're getting ready to go another journey. You know, there are night cream nowadays, which is not good for your body, because at least, you know, at least you have to allow your body to breathe itself when you sleep, at least. You know, and not at that time, even in the according to the Ayurveda, no any kind of, you know, that the cream or anything you have to put in the, you know, when you go to sleep. You have, why? The body become neutral that time. You know, and it can make it poison. You know, and so nowadays with a lot of chemicals, you know, you go to sleep. You know, and the thing is this, when the body, and you don't, if you don't know the right chemistry, and sometimes these things, when it come together, it creates something else, which is not good for the life. You know, see, but today we cannot, you know, we cannot escape from that. You know, and sometimes ladies, you know, if they cannot put the makeup, wherever they go, start to think of, they forget all the situation, they thinking about the makeup. Oh, I didn't put the makeup, I didn't put the makeup, forget it. No, this is good, because this is you have to, you know, you have to be happy who you are. You know. If there are places, there are situations, you have to be clean, you have to be nice, you know, but don't get trapped. That is the important. It is a kind of like a current. Don't get into that current. Keep hold the, you know, the strength within you. Why you allow that current to overtake you? You know? And another thing is the taste. You know, the eating always, you know, and without eating is kind of like a people get depressed. You know, so then remember, you know, at least if you can, you know, stay without eating at night, you're going to become healthy. You know, and nowadays people have, you know, these people are struggling with this health. You know, but the very simple thing is, you know, and be very careful what you put into your body. You know, have a limit. You have to eat, but have a limit. You know, if you eat, you have to work. That is how, you know, in the monasteries, you know, we used to have, you know, because for 100, you know, 200 students, we all the monks used to, you know, study, all the young, and when they cook, you know, there is a limit, and they know, okay, for 100, okay, this much rice, huh? And then if someone else start to eat too much, what is happening? Somebody else going to get less.
Oh.
You know, and then what the high priest tells, whoever eat too much have to work too much. Then when we going to eat, we become very careful, you know. Why? Because then we don't get extra work. Huh? So it's a kind of like, you know, becoming, you know, you becoming disciplined with the food circle that you go through. Otherwise, you know, this is not going to work. And other thing is the sensation, you know, pleasure, being with the body, you know. And always sometimes people, you know, need the feeling, you know, touching in the body, you know, head to toes. They always, you know, they want to touch. Even sometimes nobody touching themselves, they keep, you know, like this or like this, you know. Yeah, like this, you know. Why? No, I just, you know, feel good. Huh? No, let the body to be free. You know. So, and when you have a discipline with these five senses, it helps you to your consciousness to become free. You know, and another thing is, another current is kind of like the view that you carry. You know, the thinking pattern. You know, and this is called kama oga. Oga means the river. The kama means sensual pleasure with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. You know, you're looking for satisfaction. You know. No, and remember, as you know, parents and like for children, you have to teach them, and if they craving for sensual pleasures, you have to teach them to, you know, be happy whatever they have. Because they cry most of the time, they cry. When they cry, you give. No, don't do that. You know, don't do that. Then what will happen? When they get young, you know, then they become young, you know, they believe that they can get what they want. You know, and then they cry, and if they don't get it, they get mad. You know? No, you have to teach them, you know. And sometimes, you know, elder brother, younger sister, you know, when you give something and they compare, oh, why you give it to this, you know, the brother like this, why I don't get like this, you know. And sometimes you tell, okay, you know, and change, you know. And sometimes you tell to the brother, please give it to your sister, I'll give something, you know, good tomorrow, I'll bring something else for you. And that kind of children, you develop a consciousness within them, they become like gangsters. Why? Because they let go thinking they can get something, more. And then you teach to your children, you have to let go to receive something better, get something more, They don't let go it, they don't give it because it is your sister. You teach them, please give it to your sister because I will bring something for you tomorrow. So thinking what he going to get tomorrow, they let go. Another thing is the sisters start to recognize, oh, if I keep quiet, I can get whatever I want. And when they become young, and when they get the responsibilities like, the attitude that they develop inside them going to be the same. Go to the courthouse, see the same, the family members, brothers and sisters, fighting each other for the, little things, properties. And sometimes I go to courthouse, for help for our community people. And can't believe sometimes for $200.
Wow.
$200. They keep fighting. And the final judge asks, okay, how much that he want? When the count, everything count, 200. And you spending time there, and you go all the way to Los Angeles, courthouse, and keep fighting, for 200. Why it become like that? From where they get that thoughts? Because from the parents. That is the thing. Then you have to be very careful when you feeding to children. Don't allow them to always be happy with the sensual pleasures. It is okay to be hungry. And it is okay if it is okay to not to get if your brother or if your sister receive something. Why? Because you are the brother and you are the sister. And if you lose something because of your brother and your sister, it is okay. That is why your brotherhood or your sisterhood. And then they're not going to keep fight. And they're not going to keep compare when they become young. So that is how we used to, learn. And it worked. And still, even our parents or our high priest, and we never think that what, going to receive with the material things. We have no attachment with the material. If anybody, have power to maintain something and get the good result out of that, we are more happy to, give that. That is why that even when we have a high priest or somebody, we're not going to sit like this and we always offer our, place for them. Maybe they are not going to do the same way like us, but otherwise we building up a ego ourselves. Oh, I am the boss. I'm the boss. From where it come? It come from the childhood because you make them boss, and then later as parents you become like nowadays Uber drivers, pizza delivery people. Can you bring me a pizza? Then you have to go and bring. Can you drop me there? Can you come and pick me up here? Why you do like that? No, walk yourself. Why, I'm not going to, pick you. No, walk, you can take a bus and come. Because you make them strong. Otherwise, when you are not there, what will happen to them? Who going to take care of them? No. You have to make them strong. Then remember, even the friends, whoever, always depending from things, always fearful, always look for the help, you have to teach them as a friend. And yourself you have to train. Remember this, don't be always like so mellow, No. Be a little bit strong. You know? Don't afraid for the life. So that is how this enlightenment make you more strong person and grounded person. Then there's no fear for life. Look today, nowadays, children, it's very difficult to find a real, the boys nowadays. Real, masculine people. No, no, it's very difficult. Why? They're kind of like girls. Huh? Even the girls, it's not kind of like a feminine, They don't even understand, what is the nature of the feminine. The masculine, feminine, they don't understand that. So they're losing the nature of themselves. And they kind of like, they always, they always like to get. From where? Maybe as parents you love your children. Of course you have to do that. But remember, at the same time, when you develop an attitude themselves, and what will happen later when you are not there. And at the same time, remember, it is not you, it is somebody else. It is someone, maybe you don't know what is the reason inside him or her to be your child there and stay like that. But as a parents, you have to teach them what is good and what is wrong. And then it doesn't matter whatever the purpose that they have, they're going to survive. Otherwise, if you don't train them to this world, this nature of the world, and then later you will cry. Why? Because they are suffering, and they also cry. Why? Because they suffer. So make them strong. And it's saying very famous, that the mystic saying is, everybody like to, like honey, but nobody want to become honey. Everybody like to, get. But, very few people like to give. You, as parent, you give, as brother, as sister, as the boss, you giving. Maybe you think, oh, it is my responsibility, I have to give, But at the same time, with that compassion, if you teach them to know, oh, my nature is always receiving, what will happen? You make harm to them. And so then you have to teach them sometimes to be honey. Give sacrifice because your brother, because your sister, because your friend, because your mother, because your father. You have to do this. That is a lifestyle. You break down this current. So that is how you become, the strong person. And they give later, it give joy. Not always develop an egocentric life. I am. So, and other one is the view that you carry. It is kind of like a current. See that you have no power sometimes the way you thinking. And the thought always coming. Even you sleep, the dreams come. You have no power to, dreams come. So remember, when you sleep, determine yourself, not to see sweet dreams. Why? Behind the sweet dreams, there are sometimes, very, ugly dreams can happen. So then, no dreams. Determine this time I'm going to wake up and no dreams. Sleep. That is the way. Sometimes people, thinking, oh, I see dreams, it disturb me, and whole day maybe you keep thinking, and the people predict, oh, this is what you going to happen, or you saw this is going to happen. No, that's not going to happen in life. But when you become conscious, really you start to see what's going to happen. You're not going to believe the dreams. You not keep follow and go and eat. Spending $10 you buy your lunch, not to your hunger, just to get the fortune cookie. you know that much sometimes people get trapped with the this the the powerless of the human mind. you know so remember that your own ideas can make you take you why it kind of like a current from where it come from the past. Mm. Uh, and the other one is the avidya. Avidya means the ignorance. you know and sometimes that in your life that the the knowledge you have to every day develop, otherwise the whatever you used to believe because of many reasons, and sometimes we believe things and even we don't know why and from where it came to our life. you know so then you have to read, you have to learn new things and keep open mind. Mm. And look at today, the knowledge, the beauty today. You can get the knowledge. You have access to the knowledge. That is the beauty. You know, and you go to Google or computer, any search engine, and no anybody can hide anything, and you will find it. Huh? So at the same time, then you have to look. We're living in this generation, and if you still, in darkness and holding the doubts inside your heart, what is the point? That the success of this, world. So what is the meaning? If you are ignorance, what is the point being success in this generation? This all the the human energy spend to get this everything, and what is the point if you don't learn? If you are still the same person, if you go through the same way with and with the carrying the ideas that you don't know what are the reasons, then what is the point? And get educated. You be educated in yourself, learn new things. That doesn't mean you have to learn everything in the world. No, at least and find yourself to purify your mind, the whatever you want to become, and find the knowledge with that and become a better person. And the bhava yoga, other one is the bhava yoga, the becoming, death and the becoming. And you die, and then again you're going to go on somewhere, and you don't know. It's kind of like a current, it will take you. So then work for that. And how you can work for that? And don't do any kind of the bad things. Do the good things, and then the little by little that current, so wherever it go to the good side. It never go to the bad side. It never go take you to the down. It always take you to the good. So these are the four currents. Be very clear. Kama Oga. Oga means the river. It's kind of like a current. The sensual pleasure, craving that you create inside you. And the other one is the Ditti Yoga, the views that you carry within you. And other one is the the birth and the death that you carry within you. Another one is the ignorance, avidya. These are the four currents. And how these four currents happen? These four currents happens because of your thinking pattern, not because of the outside, because of your thinking pattern. There are two ways we think: yoniso manasikara and ayoniso manasikara. Yoniso manasikara means You become mindful with your thoughts. Ayoniso manasikara means you become not mindful with your thoughts. So when you are not what you thinking, what is happening, you are go with this current. When you become mindful with your thoughts, then you have power to divert these currents, to the good side. So then what you have to think, how you have to think, this is the way that when you do certain things, it's already that you have the greed, hatred and delusion already you have in your body. Okay, so when you think, by the power of that thinking, if your greed, hatred or the delusion become more strong, don't keep thinking that things. When you think, you have to look. That is why when you meditate, your mind become here. When you think, whatever you think, if your greed, hatred or the delusion become strong, don't think about it. So then what you have to think? So think whatever the loving kindness, generosity, compassion and the wisdom, get nourished from you. That way you develop a current to reduce the power of demerits. And Ioniso manasikara means that whatever you think, it nourishes your greed, it nourishes your hatred, or it nourishes your ignorance. So it's kind of like, why when you blame to people by words, okay, before it come to words, from where it start?
Thoughts.
It start your mind. Oh, I'm going to tell, like this. I'm waiting, I'm looking for a time to, I'm going to tell this. See, how many times, when that thought came to you, so what it nourish your anger. At that moment, if you stop, you're going to be okay. And the greed also the same. And before you eat, and sometimes people come, and when they go to, to eat, and you have the menu. When you read the menu, what you doing? You eating it through your mind. You eating it and reading and eating it through your mind first. When the mind gets satisfied, and then later your hunger going to be, so then don't do like that. Then how we going to find something good? No. When you are mindful not to feed your heart, the greed, maybe you find something better that you never ate in your life, and you have find something new, taste, and maybe good vitamins there, and you was keep eating something that not healthy. Maybe if you try one day something new, you will say, wow, I never had this is very good. Huh? So that is, that's the experience in life. That is the experience, not the repeating thing and go with that, not the experience. So you don't experience, that's why I say, you repeat the life. No, learn to experience the life. So the main tool, you have to have consciousness. Don't afraid. When you are mindful, you have power. So these are the two ways, yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara, and then come out from the ayoniso manasikara. So then another the way to analyze when the thoughts come, how can you recognize that this is yoniso manasikara or you are in ayoniso manasikara. You are in the right path or wrong path. If it is not good for you and if it is not good for others, then that also you are not in the right path. If something is good for you and it is good for others, you are in the right path. You know, do that kind of things, say that kind of things, and think that kind of things. You know, so that is how you have to, develop your life. And if you can develop like that way, your this current that is there by nature hold you to this world going to become, neutral. And there is a path that you develop yourself with the effort, to come out from this. And at the same time, when you practice the meditation and your mind become more clear, you start to see the thoughts, these two kind of thoughts, meritorious thoughts and demerit thoughts. So the meritorious thoughts mean whatever you do with the bodily, verbally and mentally action, it brings you profitable result to you. Profitable result. It called profitable skills. And so the whatever you do yourself, and if it is brings you unhappiness or the sadness or the failures, unprofitable thoughts, it called demerits. So then don't develop that path and always develop your skills to bring the profitable skills to. And sometimes we get worried, in our life. We say, oh, why I have done this, why I did this, why I said this, and why, so why I thought this. So yourself you become worried. Why you keep repeating that kind of same thing again and again and again? So don't do that. If you, went through the experience and you recognize it is painful, why you go through again? Why you keep doing that thing again? It's because the current holded you. So then, practice the yoniso manasikara, develop the yoniso manasikara, and then you can, reduce that current. So that is how you can be free from these 4 methods, 4 rivers. Otherwise, it somehow, somewhere, it's going to hold you. Somehow it's going to hold you. So only way to be mindful and keep practice. Okay. So is there any question, please? We do loving kindness meditation for a moment also. Palms together, repeat after me. Maya, Dhammanu, Dhamma, Patipatya, Buddhang, Pujemi, Dhammang, Pujemi, Sanghang, Pujemi, Attaya, Imaya, Patipatya, Jati, Jara, Vyadi
Vyadi
Maranamha
Maranamha
Paribunjisami
Parivunjisami
Idamme
Idame
Punyang
Punyam
Asavakaya
Asavakaya
Vamhotu
Vamhotu
Sabbadukka
Sabbadukka
Pamucchatu.
Pamucchatu.
May you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Please say sadhu.
Sadhu,
Sadhu.
sadhu,
Sadhu.
sadhu.